Alright, so I was having a lucid dream, and I realized I was dreaming because I did a nose pinch reality test, which means I pinched my nose in my dream, realized I could breathe through the fingers, and I was like, oh, this is a dream, because that's one of the tests I do to deduce if I'm dreaming. I was like, I did it in the dream, and I'm like, this is a dream, I'm dreaming. So the first thing I did was like, okay, I want to go visit Bartimaeus from the Bartimaeus book series, a fantasy book series by Jonathan Stroud, which is my favorite fantasy book series, even though technically I'm still not quite done with book two. Still my fantasy book series, I don't care. So, I was with Bartimaeus and, the djinnie, and I was in my lucid dream a like shapeshifter magician that could change forms between being a human magician to being a djinnie like him. And in my djinnie form looked like one of my other deity headmates, how they look in my head, or one of my other personalities. And in my human form looked like my body, except with short hair. And so I was with Bartimaeus, and I wanted to be with him and spend some time together and like hang out and stuff and like get to know each other better, because it's not the first time I've lucid dreamed of him. I've also visited him in like a meditative trance state before, but he was like busy, and so he had said like he would love to hang out but he couldn't because he was on an errand for John Mandrake, his like magician kid master, and so he had to like go and like do something, so he couldn't hang out with me, but he wanted to. And I'm like, oh well, what if I like go with you and help you with whatever task? And he's like, okay. So I think we were gonna go to Mr. Tallow's store and like steal something or something, I'm not sure, and I was gonna try and help since I can be like undetectably a human, since I'm like really am human. I can like, but I would have like a special power in the dream that I could like fully change between human and djinnie. And so I was gonna help him out with whatever task. But then I started to realize that I was losing lucidity, like I could feel it, and I was like, no, 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 don't wake up, don't wake up. And he was like, oh, please don't wake up. And he was like, I wish you were my master instead and not John Mandrake. And that made me feel kind of bittersweet, because I'm like, when I woke up, I was like thinking about that, and I was like, that's kind of fucked up, because I understand that he's coming from a society in a world where jinn are treated as slaves, which is inherently fucked up. Uh, and there are actually some magicians who do just treat demons and jinn as slaves, which I personally am very much against as a witch myself, because I don't think any sapient life form should be stripped of their autonomy, and I think anyone who's okay just stripping a self-aware being of their autonomy is not someone I want anything to do with. But anyways, so he had said that in the dream that, you know, he wishes that I would just be his master instead, and I'm like, I understand, like, that actually kind of makes sense contextually, but it's also fucked up considering that the jinn in this fantasy book series are like slaves, so it made me feel kind of bittersweet. So anyways, I have lost lucidity, and part of it I think is because there's been dystopian alarms going off all fucking night outside my window. By that I mean there's been these like announcements that are like, you are trespassing, leave the premises immediately. It just goes off in my neighborhood, dystopian bullshit. And then there was like another one as well that I can't remember what it says, but like I think that might have been why I lost lucidity. And so I thought I woke up, but it was a false awakening. So I should have done another reality test when I woke up, but because I had a false awakening, which is a fake wake up, where you think you woke up, but you didn't actually wake up. And then I started to have like a nightmares or whatever, and I just remembered something I forgot to write down in my dream journal. That's irrelevant to this, but it was a nightmare. So yeah, that's essentially the lucid dream I had. I definitely want to see Bartimaeus again and have more adventures with him in my lucid dreams.